Now it's time for one of our favorite segments, What's New with Dr. Frank.
Dr. Frank Viggiano is here with the newest gadgets, this time for safe travels. Dr. Frank, good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Always good to see you guys.
Pleasure. So what do we got?
That's exactly what. Safe travels is important because our cars, we spend more time in them than we ever have before, right? And they're becoming digital, really, rooms with wheels is what it comes
That's
down
a good
to.
point. I never thought of it that way. You're right.
way to
You're
describe
So
it.
starting off digitally, this is by Escort.
This thing
Yep,
here.
they make radar detectors. And of
Okay.
course, oftentimes, people think radar detectors are just simply to beat a ticket, so you don't speed. But you know what's
There for
interesting?
something else?
Well, they are, because this is what's interesting about the product. This is the Passport Max. It's the only high definition detector, so they use NASA technology. Now the key is that not only is it basically looking, obviously, for radar, but it also checks your speed. How many times have you been driving, you say, gee, what's the speed limit here? You just don't see those signs off it.
Right,
It'll
right.
tell
I've
you what
had
the
that
speed
happen.
is, and it will tell you when you're over speed as well. So it'll say you are, you're over speed. You're 65 miles an hour. Slow
Wow,
down.
so it
So
knows
it's a little
the speed
co-pilot.
limit? How does it know?
Well, it basically, in other words, the way it operates because of the fact it uses GPS technology and the NASA technology that we talked about.
It knows where it is, and it knows what the speed limit
Right,
in
knows
that
where the
zone
speed
is.
limit is, and it
Cool.
knows where you're traveling. See, that's
Wow.
the whole key.
Okay,
and the
I
thing
like
is,
that.
And
That
what's
is
really
cool.
neat about it too, it basically can detect the radar, of course, faster, more of it, and of course the noise level turns down. This is what's really.
Wow.
Now, here's one other cool thing about it. This is pretty neat. I want you.
Preferences. Units. 8 display color.
Now the display color, red, amber. See me switch them?
Oh my
So now it matches the interior of your car.
Oh, crazy, crazy. All
But
right.
it's fun stuff. See, this is what they
Yeah.
do. They tweak it and they get it to a point where.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
just to make it
fancy.
more marketable.
All right,
Absolutely, absolutely.
549 for that
Right.
one. All
Okay,
right,
now
what's this?
these are something that most people never see because they're inside the wheel of your car.
Oh,
Since 2008, they're required. They're called tire pressure, right? They're tire pressure monitor sensors, okay? And they're inside, and what they do is they measure pressure.
And this is where you put the air into your
That's
tire?
where you put the air in,
okay.
exactly. That's where you put it in. You got it. And so we have a video, and it explains a little bit about what people will see if the air, the inflation in your tire, okay, goes low. Now, here's what happens. These are by Schrader, by the way, too. They're the leader manufacturer in tire pressure sensors. She's going to see the warning light. See that little symbol that looks like a tire? She goes out to check the tire to see what possibly could be wrong. The tires can literally look like they're inflated properly.
Right.
And they could be 25% down in air.
Right.
Which could, so last year, 250,000, 250,000 accidents were caused by underinflated tires.
Really?
And most people
Wow.
just don't check them. Now, when you go basically to the service center, they'll check your tires remotely with this device. So we probably, but here's what's really neat. These are by Myers Tire. This is kind of cool. For $15, you get a tire pressure gauge, which I think everybody should have one in their glove box. And this is a tread depth indicator, which tells you pretty much when you're measuring the depth of the tire, when it's time to replace it. Now, this is what they basically use at a lot of the tire stores. But the reason I wanted to show it, and of course, even digital, look at this, see? So now we can even measure the tire pressure digitally. It comes up on the display.
The tire pressure or the tread depth?
The tire pressure with this guy.
Okay.
This guy will measure
Wow.
tire pressure. So the idea behind all this, between sensors and so forth, is to keep you safe, keep the air pressure, which most people never check. We fill it up,
Yeah.
we get inspected, we don't check air pressure.
we don't
And
check
really,
it,
it's something you should check pretty much almost every week to 2 weeks to make sure it's good.
I got you.
Great.
Okay,
Okay.
what's next?
All right, great. Now, we have something called Alloy Wheel Repair Specialist. We have a video on these guys. A lot of times you rub the curb, right? Or you hit a pothole and you've done a wheel. Many people who have leases have to turn a car in. They spend thousands of dollars replacing these wheels when you can repair them for $100 to $150.
Oh.
So they have about in 47 states they have dealers all over, and they deal with people like tire repair shops and also auctions and so forth. But you can see what he's doing there. He's literally remanufacturing the wheel, spraying it and painting it for $125. Look at the before and after. Isn't that amazing?
Wow, you can't tell it was ever damaged.
No, you can't really tell. And they have these remote facilities where they go to these locations and they do this type of work. But a lot of people are unaware of this, and when they have to turn a car in with a lease, they're spending maybe $3,000 or $4,000 on wheels.
That is
when this could be maybe a
crazy.
$300 or $400
So
situation.
where do you do that?
Right.
It's called Alloy Wheel Repair Specialist, and they basically have a lot of the people here in Pittsburgh that are, let's say, dealers of theirs, franchisees. You can basically go to them. There's quite a few.
Great.
And a lot of that information too will
Awesome.
be on the website.
Yep.
Now this is cool too. This is Mrs. Mobile Home. It basically takes the iPhone, and they're going to have Android shortly. That's why I wanted to mention that. What do? You put it in the car. You put it in your sun visor. And we also have a short video that shows what it does. But basically, if you have a Bluetooth system in your car, it communicates with the car. So therefore, when you talk to Siri, instead of you holding the phone, hand off of the wheel, unsafe, right? Pushing the button. Now all you do is you basically push the button here for mobile home, and it basically comes up, and it basically says, Siri will say, how can I help you? And you say, I'm looking for a restaurant, looking for a gas station, comes back and talks to you through your speakers.
Oh, cool.
So it's all hands-free, therefore you don't have to worry about taking your hand off the wheel.
But you have to have Bluetooth in your.
You have to have Bluetooth, right? You have to have a Bluetooth system in your car for it to work properly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Gotcha.
Yep. Now these are cool too. These are power inverters. What's really neat about these, you probably notice, I'm going to show this how small this is, but you can see there's a receptacle here. You can see in the very front, our camera can pick up the
just for a
receptacle.
regular
right.
outlet.
Right. So what you do
Electric
is you
outlet.
plug it into the cigarette lighter. You can see the cigarette lighter adapter here, right?
Yep.
And now it converts DC to AC. So you can power a laptop. You could do a TV set, somebody that's tailgating. Okay. Now the thing is, these used to be huge, like a shoebox.
Right.
And look at the size.
Yeah, it's
Look at
tiny
that.
now.
Really
Yeah,
small.
by Power Break.
So wait, it converts this to this kind?
Right, so in other words, if
Yeah,
you
from-
plug in,
From DC to AC.
right, so you
I
plug
don't
in
know
here,
about DC.
see?
It's a band.
You're right, Christine, it is a band. That's cute. But
I think I got it.
The benefit is that it allows you to use AC current in the car so that any product you might have, for example, people, they drive maybe 4 or 5 hours, people in the backseat with a laptop.
Yes.
Battery runs out. What do you do, see? So it's neat to
Charge it
convert.
up.
Perfect.
Right,
All right.
exactly.
Yep.
All right, this is called Slam Stop. Also have a video. The reason being is that we probably couldn't explain it, but what it does, you know when people slam doors to the cars, they slam the doors all the time, right?
My husband says I slam them all the
Right.
time.
So
Drives
now
me
what
nuts.
this is the first time that they can install this in any car. Mercedes-Benz was the only company in their S-Class automobile that has this technology. You probably have noticed it maybe in the back of a station wagon where you close the door and it pulls it in, pulls it automatically. Slam Stop does that.
Oh.
So what it does, you basically install it into any vehicle now. It doesn't matter what the vehicle is.
And it gives you that slow door
It gives you that
close.
slow door auto close, exactly,
Yeah.
right. It closes automatically, so that way there's no slamming.
Right.
Neat.
Just get it started and it goes.
Right, it goes all by itself. And the
Wow.
thing is, this is something that wasn't available until now.
Can you
Yeah.
install this yourself?
No, this has to be installed by.
I see.
Yeah, it's got to be
Dealer.
installed by someone who is an authorized dealer
Professional.
to
Okay.
do that. And these are Impel floor mats. These are kind of cool. This is leather.
Oh, they are
Okay.
pretty looking.
And
All
there's-
of it?
Right, and there are a few that are
Oh,
right
wow.
below this when I put them in the front of the table, so our camera could maybe move down. There you go. Look at those. Isn't that
Wow.
beautiful? But
They
they're
are
leather.
very attractive.
They are attractive and they're affordable. And here's the best part about it: high heels don't even mark it.
Oh my goodness.
And so you wash them like you would wash a normal floor mat, but they're made of leather. They're from Italy. They're made by a company called Impel, but they're just so attractive. And I mean, when you take a
Yeah.
look at look at that, how you can match
yeah.
the interior. So if you
Very
had a light
nice.
interior,
Yeah.
you could match it
That
very
is
easily
cool.
with that. You know.
All right, Text
Text
Buster.
Buster,
What's
right?
This?
This is very cool. This is a product that you can install yourself, and what it does, it disables the phone from texting or internet access.
Oh wow, isn't
Okay.
that interesting?
So if you want to keep your kids from getting on the internet or
While
Or
they're
honestly,
driving,
keep yourself.
Keep yourself,
'Cause it's
right.
tempting.
So what
Gotcha.
happens now? This
Yeah.
only basically affects the driver's cell phone.
Oh.
Okay.
How does it? You can.
Bluetooth.
How do you do that?
It works on Bluetooth. So what it does, it knows that you're in the car.
Okay.
It senses
you
you're
program
there.
it for your phone.
For your phone,
Okay.
right. So in other words, everybody else in the car
Can still
can be
use it.
online
Oh,
and do texting and so forth, but everybody can talk. So that does not disable you to get a call or make a call.
Okay.
It only disables texting
Isn't that
and internet
interesting?
access, right, so you can't really get data. It shuts the data down.
Wow,
And then when
okay.
you leave the car, because it's Bluetooth,
Yeah.
after you're about 20 feet away, it restores your
Comes
phone back
back.
to normal.
Nice.
$180.
180
Very
bucks.
Cool. All
Isn't it
right,
cool?
what's this
what's this
thing?
big guy?
Yeah, this is cool. This is called RoboReal, and everybody needs power, of course. You know, like this is a guy thing for sure.
Christmas lights, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's
that
really
big
neat. But
guy.
what happens? What's really unique about it? I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to show you that once I pull it out, you're going to see the LED lights here. These LED lights light up on the very end, right?
Oh.
But I can pull it out 50 feet or so forth. Now I can also do this. I can turn it off. See, I can turn it off.
And it
if I
shuts all the power
right,
off
and if I
to
push
the
it one more time, it retracts,
Oh man.
and you see how it slows down automatically so it doesn't whip.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Isn't that
is
cool?
nice. So it doesn't get all tangled. How
Doesn't-
long is this?
This is 50 feet.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
and the other thing about it is if you cut it.
Right.
See, now you notice you see the LED lights that here's a little video to show what
Okay.
happens. There you go. If you push it, automatically it retracts back in and it shows the different applications of where you can use it. But here's what I really like about it, and this is what makes it so safe. If you cut the cord
Okay,
while
right.
you're using it, the unit has a microprocessor inside. It automatically disconnects the power. You cannot get shocked.
Oh, isn't that cool?
Isn't that cool?
Very, very cool.
Very cool technology.
Safety,
That's all
yeah.
part from the SEMA show in Las Vegas, where I was about a week and a half ago.
Wonderful.
All new things for the car.
Thank you, Dr.
Super.
Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, John.
Pleasure always.
And for more on all the products Dr. Frank showed us today, just go online. We have the details for you at kdka.com/PTL, and watch for Dr. Frank when he's back with more new gadgets for us again next month.